Hey guys, it's me again, Lars at your service, bringing some brand new heat to your screen today. I'm gonna do the QuaranTag, which I believe has been initiated by A-dubs. I came across it through Carly and Aaron doing the tag, and it both reminded them as well as me of the old days of YouTube where we would do these things like tags. It's a set of 40 questions. I'm gonna put all the questions as well as Carly and Aaron's and A-dubs' original video in the description below. So let's get started. The first question is, how are you attempting to maintain sanity? I've discussed that with my therapist, to be honest, and we both came to the conclusion that some kind of structure helps. I have to go to work 2 days a week. Other than that, I'm a university student. All of that takes place online, so does therapy. So I have a little structure with having like certain things set at certain times. That really helps me keeping sane and staying like on track with not letting things slide too much and becoming too much of a couch potato. Are you quarantined with anyone? Unfortunately not. I'm all by myself in this one-room apartment. I have, however, gone and visited my dog, which you will definitely have seen on my Instagram and in some of my old videos. My ex-roommate has this dog, and because we live together, I also kind of consider him my dog, so there goes that. Also, I'm officially the godfather. Being able to cuddle the dog was kind of neat. Show and tell, show off anything and everything you've made accomplished during quarantine. To be honest, that's not, the answer is just no, I haven't really. I've made a few more TikToks, like probably everyone else. I'm singing a lot more, so that's really nice. I've been reading like crazy, like just in April, I've read 6 full books. I've gotten back into YouTube, I guess that's the thing. Somehow one day I was like, I'm gonna film today and film that Hollyoaks trailer reaction that you might have seen on this channel. Then I filmed a few other videos that kind of I can't put out because I, for some reason, didn't record any sound. Last thing you purchased. Well, I purchased a face mask. Since last week, you are required to wear those in Berlin. In all of Germany, actually. For some random reason, I had this 5-pack of like surgical mouth protection masks. Vogue. But I ordered 2 masks that have like nicer prints on them. They have not yet been delivered. I also wanted to get into some art project because no, you can't. A friend of mine made me those artworks that are hung on this wall with the outlines of Disney princesses, and she gave me like years ago. I don't remember if it was for my birthday or for Christmas and I've been thinking about adding the other princesses, maybe not all of them, but like some of them. I ordered like some acrylic paint and some canvases, but the canvases have not yet arrived. So, favorite quarantine meme? I don't really consider myself a meme fan, so I can't really answer that. Last person you texted and show it, coward. The last text I sent was to a group chat with my former roommates Hassan and Hannah. We were talking about something concerning our shared Netflix account, so I guess I'm not gonna show it. You can call me a question number 6 coward in the comment section below. Feel free to pause and do that right now. Last person who texted you, show it, coward. Same group chat. Hannah sent a picture of her neighbor's backyard where there's a lot of sheep statuettes. One of them looks really real. I've been communicating with a lot of my friends much more through texts and WhatsApp and voice messages. So that's kind of nice. I'm not really a big telephoning person, so yeah. Who's the last person you video called with? My therapist. On Thursday. What are you most excited to do when all of this is over? Hugging people. I miss body contact more than I assumed I would, and being able to hug someone currently wearing those is not really the most fun thing. Although I noticed that it's also a good smell protector, because in Berlin, public transportation tend to smell. And do you have any quarantine goals? Yeah, I want to finish my fucking papers. I've been pushing forward writing my term papers for 2 different classes for months, one even over a year. I don't know why I'm so blessed with writer's block. Also more YouTube stuff and music stuff and creative stuff, writing stuff. I've never finished writing anything, and it's really sad because that's like my biggest goal in life, to be like a published author. but somehow I just never get around to do it. And for a while I've thought I'm a failure and like that's me, I'm just like not good enough and blah blah. But I think it's a lot with my mental health, and since that's getting better, I feel like that could help. Also, we've recently talking about my anger issues and feeling rage. That's like one of the emotions I feel a lot. This is getting deep out of nowhere. That's one of the emotions that I am able to feel and that I also am able to control, so that's a good thing. I'm not pushing people off their bicycles when they are stupid enough to ride their fucking bicycles on the sidewalk. I refrain from doing so, but like you just kind of witnessed, some rage is boiling up. In order to deal with that, I feel like writing stories where I live out some fantasies about doing physical harm to people. I think that's kind of good. Kind of like video games and horror movies and horror novels. Which is, I guess, the main reason I do love horror movies so much. I don't know if you can see, there are a few picture frames on my set of drawers back there that need hanging up. But I wanted to do those first before I move those there. Then I can hang up something there. It's a mess. Anyway, so that's a thing. That's a little like goal, like project that I kind of want to finish during quarantine. Most consumed snack or food. I don't know why. I randomly thought to myself, carrots is a really good snack. It's crunchy, it's yum, it's sweet, and it's not that dense in calories. So there have been evenings where I've eaten an entire kilogram of carrots in one sitting. And I have no regrets about it. Last picture on your camera roll. I guess the one that I can show is like this one. I've been sent this picture of our dog when they were out when it was raining the other day. It's so cute, little pumpkin. I love you. What substances are you using and or abusing? Black tea, I guess, is the strongest that I've been taking, or I guess sugar. I do, apart from eating a lot of carrots, I also do eat like the odd bit of Ben & Jerry's vegan ice creams or cinnamon buns or something like that. So I guess sugar. I personally generally don't use any other substances. I don't smoke tobacco, I don't drink alcohol, I do not use any other drugs, whatever they may be. What is your daily average screen time? Okay, let's find out. 3 hours and 9 minutes. But that's just on my phone. I definitely am on my screen a lot on my MacBook. Can I check my screen time here somewhere? 2 hours and 12 minutes. Well, let's just assume that's correct. So that's 2 hours and this is 3 hours, so 5 hours? Again, I don't think that's correct. I just realized I haven't addressed my hair. I do have a quarantine mob and I use mainly bandanas, but also like hats to keep it out of my face. I do want to grow it out though, but then again, I don't appreciate the length of like the back and the sides around my ears. Like if you no. What are your most used apps or websites? On my MacBook, that would be Google Chrome. On Google Chrome, I'm mostly on YouTube, not gonna lie. Most used, Instagram, second TikTok, then WhatsApp, then Twitter, then messages, then music. Why is messages so much? Share your best TikTok dance. Thing is, I don't really know any. Wait, why are you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know, lying that you're sexing me. The punches that you roll with, what got me focused, why don't you say so? I don't know TikTok dances. Last song you listened to, definitely a Mariah Carey one, let's check. Nope, it was Be Alright by Justin Bieber, that's almost the same. Last smooch. That was January 3rd, 2015. I've been abstinent for more than 5 years now. Again, I'm seeing my therapist twice a week. We just had our 100th session. What has been the worst part of quarantine sunset? And the next one is what has been the best part? Again, not being able to have physical contact to anyone. The best part, that sounds probably a bit rude, but I don't have to meet with people that often. I can still be social and interact with them online, but I don't have to like take a 1 hour train ride down south. We send voice messages back and forth and do talk and like keep up with each other. I don't want to call it a waste of time because it isn't, but like I feel like quality time often becomes involved with quantity time as well. It's nice that I'm able to have a lot of me time. Let's formulate it that way. Something else that's really, really good, that's like one of the best parts about quarantine is because we're stuck at home, I don't leave the house that much and I'm not exposed to pollen because I'm really, really, really heavily allergic to pollen and I don't have that deep, bad symptoms this spring. I guess it's spring technically, is it? I don't know. So that's kind of nice. Wow, we're only halfway through. 21, best movie or TV show you watched recently? I haven't watched much actually. I've been keeping up with my soap operas, Hollyoaks and Emmerdale, so there goes that. I have watched American Horror Story Apocalypse, finally. But that's also already like a month ago. And movies, last movie I watched was Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice, the ultimate cut. I've watched that film in theaters. I was one of the few people that liked it and I wanted to rewatch it for one of my papers. And I did like it even more. I couldn't figure out what was really different about it other than that all scenes with Jenna Malone were reinserted. Other than that, I don't know where the 30 minutes are that are new. Yeah, that's the last movie I watched. Oh, I also watched a German movie called 9 Tage wach, which would translate to 9 days up or 9 days awake, sleepless for 9 days or something. It is a movie based on an autobiography by an actor who was addicted to crystal meth and kind of chronicled his addiction but also his way out. And the movie is pretty accurately portraying drugs. I've heard from people who have experiences with drugs tell me. So I watched it. I hated the ending. It didn't satisfy me. I wanted like a nicer, happy ending. I do want to read the book though, the biography that this is based on now. And I've realized that it's available online at the library. Ooh, and also side note, the actor that played the actor who's the lead character in the movie, if that makes sense, goes to the same university as I. During the last semester of my bachelor's, he was pretty early on in his bachelor's and we had one class together, which was kind of interesting. You usually just go around seeing normal people and then you see someone who's like actually beauty standards from the magazines running around and you're like, I've seen your dick. What's the last game you played? I don't really play games. I don't do that. I've been going hard at Instagram filters, I have to admit. So I guess that's the game that can be called a game. What is the meaning of life? Good question. I feel like the meaning of life for people, for humans, is to go through various lives, make all the experiences, have your soul grow through that. So in the end, your soul that is part of the great wisdom universe thing that some people call God, that some people just call the universe or a higher power or whatever you call it, is made up of. So you make the experiences to learn from and then your soul grows and then the union of those souls make that higher power. So I guess that's the meaning of life, to learn from experience. If you could go anywhere right now, where would you go? Well, originally I was scheduled to go visit my friend Hannah in Dublin in 2 weeks. I guess that. Also, I find university online kind of weird. So I guess also being able to attend university in person, in a classroom, with other people, that'd be nice. I do miss a few things shopping-wise. Like going to a store and buy stationery. You know, you can never have enough washi tape and stickers. Last Google search. Well, I googled how to do screen time. Oh yeah, I was looking up a template for another YouTube video. I guess I'll leave it mysterious as that to not spoil you anything. Last event you attended. Like a few days before quarantining started, we had an open day at work. I think that's the last event I attended because I was working. I would not have gone had I not been working that day anyways. What do you miss the most about life before the pandemic hit? Mentioned many times before, hugging people. Duh. What is something new you've tried or done during this time? I don't know. I genuinely don't. I don't think I have. Are you reading anything good? Hold on. I nerded out about that on Instagram when it was delivered. I got the full box of all 5 books of the Chronicles of Prydain. and have been reading it. I am about to start book 4, just finished book 3. Not yesterday, but the day before. It is not something I would usually read because it's like very fantasy and kind of like Middle Ages. It's based on Welsh. It's loosely based on Welsh mythology. All these weird creatures like witches and giant cats and zombies. And it's like this big country with several kingdoms in them and like different kings and queens and enchantresses, and it was really, really good. I really enjoyed reading that. Disney did a really crappy animated movie from that in the 80s that I do remember watching and also kind of enjoying, despite the fact that it's so crappy. Now that I've read the books, I understand even more why the movie is so shit. They announced in 2016, I think, that they were gonna do a remake of that, like one of those re-adaptations. And but instead of just redoing the old movie as live action, they decided that they were gonna do one movie per book, I assume, or maybe a trilogy, like do like more of an epic and more mature adult real-life adaptation of the material. So I'm looking forward to that, and I also wouldn't mind playing one of the characters. I guess I'm a bit too old to play Taran, but I wouldn't mind playing Gwydion, or I don't know, maybe I could also easily play Fludor. What are you grateful for today? I smashed my thumbnail a week ago, no pun intended, while cleaning windows, and it's healing or whatever, and that's nice, I guess. There's like so many like little things. I don't want to like bore you, but like putting on new sheets today, so that's something I'm grateful for. Well, it's not really something to be grateful for, but something I'm looking forward to. Just be grateful for the small things, I reckon. Come to think of it, one thing I am really, really grateful is the state of my mental health. Because I've been a lot worse and it's really good right now. And I do appreciate it and I'm grateful for it. Yeah. Where was the last place you've gone that isn't home? I was grocery shopping yesterday and I went to Starbucks after I haven't been in a while. Started to order, can I have a venti frappuccino please? And the barista, he was like, caramel, no coffee, no cream, and he wasn't sure what milk I used. And then I started Al, and he was like, oh, almond milk, that's the one. So I was kind of stunned that he remembered my order. Not generally that he did remember it only, but that he remembered it after I hadn't been there in a few weeks. What is something new you've learned during quarantine? I figured out TikTok a bit more. Follow my TikTok, by the way. I think I'm funny sometimes, I guess. Didn't know the word overmorrow is an actual word and is really similar to the German word for the day after tomorrow. I don't know, things like that, like small, tiny little bits of information. Last YouTube video you watched, that is the Try Guys Tried Boxing. That's the most recent one. And it was kind of interesting because I do remember years ago, I had some interest in boxing myself. University offers sports classes, so I went and tried a boxing class. And in the first session, first of all, I was wearing glasses that day. Stupid decision of me, I know, but I was required to take my glasses off, so I couldn't really see anything. Then it's physically really demanding, just the warm-up, and I'm not the fittest person, as you can see. Also, during the first session, we were boxing against each other, and that's like literally the thing I didn't want. I don't like boxing for the fighting aspect. It looks like really good exercise, and also according to the Try Guys video, it seems like very much so. So I guess I'm kind of sort of inspired to, when quarantine is over, to figure out how to do boxing again. Show your outfit of the day. Okay. I'm wearing a navy blue bandana around my head. I'm wearing this pink jumper. Then I'm currently wearing sexy shorts, bright gray socklets, pink New Balance underwear. That's it. Plug a charity or cause that's important to you. I really love animals, so maybe don't eat them or kill them or exploit them or rape them or torture them. If you stumble across a charity that helps and supports the homeless, then go for it. Change of topic. Most absurd, ridiculous thing you've done during quarantine. Did a TikTok where I made my very first fish and noodles. Which out of context already sounds ridiculous, but within context, extra funny. Again, check out my TikTok. What does your last phone note say? So I'm very organized. I guess I put in some things that I need to buy. My grocery shopping list cleaning wipes and kitchen towels. And we're almost out of garlic. That's really sad. A fear. Wow, deep. I'm not sure if it's really a fear because it is sadly very realistic that this situation is going to continue for a while. I think a fear that comes with that is that certain countries' governments and political world has members that do not take this pandemic seriously and do not do as much as they can. They suffer severely through this situation, and I think that's a big fear, that because it's gonna last long, it's gonna affect a lot of more people. A wish I have is that, I guess it's more of a hope, that once this whole thing is over, that humanity comes together and is more appreciative of the things that were taken for granted before, like going places, appreciating nature, spending time with your loved ones, your co-workers, and all these things. Also hoping that home office becomes more of a normalcy for a lot of jobs, because there are a lot of people that would prefer, I personally would prefer to do home office, not gonna lie. Have you or anyone you know been sick? Generally yes, but not specifically with COVID, or not tested positive for COVID, or like I don't know about anyone that has had it. It's also kind of sad that that's the last question. I feel like that should not, I feel like the wish and should have been the last question. Answering all those questions, I feel like I've rambled on a bit, which gave you an opportunity to get to know me a little bit more. Since this is a tag, usually you would tag someone to do it. One group of YouTubers that I do know are Otamino Timing. So that's the video, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Consider subscribing if you're not bored to death with this. I have a lot of other video ideas I'm gonna film today even. Stay tuned for those. I'll be back with new content and new heat. Yeah. And I still don't have an outro, so I'm just gonna awkwardly wave at the camera and fade out into my end credits. I'm so stupid. That's gonna be edited out.